I got out of the truck to make a short little video clip here. I just want y'all to see how beautiful this hillside's looking. This is the right side of our property where we planted that ryegrass a couple of weeks back. And if you can see far enough up on top of the hill, the horses are all over. Well, the donkeys and the horse. And then there's my sweet pig Trudy. She's about to walk out and about. We got several goats out grazing. And I just think this is just gorgeous. It's actually rained this morning and we needed the rain. But I love this for them. I mean, I love it for me too, but I just really love it for them. They deserve this, you know? We've had to close off our back along the river from the goats because of all the damage to the fallen trees and the washed out and everything else, but oh boy. Rita's gonna go down and wallow for a bit. She's gonna go wallow. Oh, there's someone else over there too. I think that this is really wonderful. Annie and her family are all out grazing in their little paddock. That's where I put all that ryegrass seed. You can see how green it is. And well, as soon as darn it, as soon as I mention it, they all start walking back in. But you can still see Ernie over there. I was telling Jamie that this makes me think that maybe we should start letting them back out into the big pasture again, because this ryegrass is really good for them. And you can see them with their heads down. I just don't think there's enough ryegrass in their small paddock to fill their bellies. Look at the baby playing. Oh, Annie's gonna have herself an, oh, she's rolling. That's cute. I don't wanna walk any closer, friends, because if I do, the baby goats are gonna hear me and they're gonna come a-running. So I'm standing at a distance. But now the baby's rolling too. Upsy daisy. But that's precious, and I'm glad I put that ryegrass out here. No, but this paddock is pretty small, guys. It's only, I don't know how many square feet it is, but look at Carl. I just know that over here on the hillside of it, you don't get hardly any grass at all to grow because it's so shady. On this backside, you do get quite a bit of grass to grow. And I don't know if that's enough to keep them sustained. Now, we still give them green hay. We still give them their grains in the afternoon. And they also have dry hay, so they're not like gonna starve. But it would just be kind of neat to watch the alpaca be able to go across the entire pasture. And we know that Rita's not gonna mess with them, because don't forget that for the longest time, we let Indy run with Rita. If you remember back at the sanctuary, Rita would run with the donkeys and with Indy, and that was a lot of fun to watch. So, but we'll see. That's something that we'll think about with time and make a decision on at some point. Looky here, I think that's Tiny Tim. Who is that? No, that's Peggy Pig. Have y'all ever seen the pig so darn active? Yeah, that's Peggy Pig. But and I'll say one more thing too. I love the fact that Rita is enjoying her own herd. I know, y'all, it may be the Isle of Misfits for Rita, Dinky, Daryl, our 3 donkeys, and some goats and a couple of pigs and everybody else, but this is Rita's Isle of Misfits. So don't get it twisted. And I don't think that I've ever seen Rita more happy. I really haven't. And I will also say that there's this amazing calming effect on this side as well. The other horses are down by the end of the driveway. You can see their backs right over the top of the hill behind the trees. But there's just a really neat calming effect. Well, and then there's Carl. I don't actually see Carl now, but there's always Carl to be dealt with at some point. We'll run across Carl, I'm sure. But just a beautiful morning. I am headed to the JL where hopefully we'll find just as much calming over there. But with the longhorns, guys, you never know. You never know with them darn longhorn. You guys come with me. I think they're all so very happy. Hi, sweetie. I love you, Rita. I'll be back later, babe. She's like, okay. Why are you telling me for, you weirdo? Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Ivy, for loving me and saying goodbye. Sheesh, Rita. I did not see it happen, but I want to show y'all what happened while I was gone. So we had 2 rolls of hay that I set out. 2 rolls, okay? I hope you can see okay. 2 rolls of hay that I set out. Now I want to circle over here first and show you something. And don't worry, I'll get to where we're going. But over here with Waylon and his family, you can see that both rolls of hay, hold on, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. You can see both rolls of hay are still setting out, and Waylon is like having a little look-see. Hay smells good. Everything's wonderful. Thank you, Daddy, for the hay. We really appreciate it. Okay, good. Thank you, Waylon, for being so sweet and appreciative. Now, I want to show you what this brute has done with his rolls of hay. Yes, I also put 2 rolls of hay over here for Tex. Settle down. That's Maryland, in case you... Tex, would y'all just settle down? Oh my goodness gracious. Let me show you what's going on here. Now there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to see. So here's a half of that roll of hay, and look in front of me. Look here on the ground. Keep watching. Keep watching. Guys, sweetie, hey, you're gonna hurt somebody, maybe even me, Patsy. We're following the trail, baby. Look out, guys. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all do see what I'm looking at, right? A roll of hay that circles all the way down and around and around. Lord, I love him, y'all. I do, but look. Look. And at some point he knocked it over to here, but he didn't stop here. And it continues on until finally there's no hay left whatsoever. Oh, I do love him, but he makes my life so difficult. I've come back over tonight. It's not late, but it's already dark. It gets dark at 5:30 now, but I did have fires going. The fire ban has been lifted, so we are able to burn again. But I wanted to come back before nighttime or before it got too late and make sure my fires are all okay. And what I need to do over here is tomorrow I'll bring the tractor and kind of push everything back into a nice pile, and that will continue to burn. That's a nice fire. It's nice and warm. Now this one over here never got going. It was burning fine when I had diesel on it, but once I stopped pouring the diesel to it, I think that the wood is just still too wet to burn. It's just too wet to burn, so it's gonna sit there and simmer. I may have to give it a couple more days of dry weather to let it dry out good, but it's not gonna burn. And let's go look at one last thing. The pecan tree I cut up and pushed into a pile, but it was also not burning real well. It burnt better than I thought it would. So what I have to do is, it's the same way that you kind of poke a fire, you kind of poke it and get it to spark back up. I'll come by in the morning. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'll come by in the morning early-ish, as soon as it gets nice and warm, and I'll kind of start poking on these fires a little bit, and they'll get to going again. And we'll get all this cleaned up. But can y'all believe Tex, what he's done with that roll of hay? I don't know how to stop that. I love him, y'all. I do love him. Let's go look at it one last time. Follow me up. Let's go look one last time. It would have been real fun to watch him do that, even though it would have drove me bananas. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I love him. I love him. But he's not always easy to love. You're easy to love, sweetie. You're so easy to love, baby girl. You're easy to love. So all of his attention right now. Wait a minute. Is that Maryland or is that Santana? Even I can't tell.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.